Hi, my name is Domen Bremets and today I will present an exercise library tool, or ExLib for short. ExLib is an ultimate tool that will help you build programs with videos with ease while keeping the benefits and freedom of Microsoft Excel. How many times you wanted to prescribe an exercise and couldn't remember the name? Or you wanted to send it to an athlete with a video for them to remember how does it look like? Or maybe you've been prescribing certain exercise for a while only to forget all about it in a few months. Most templates are made of the squat, hinge, push, pull, carry categories, and you often have to think which exercises to use and which variation to include. How about solving all of these issues at once? Enter the ExLib. ExLib is an exercise library Excel tool that includes an overview of the strength movements, grinding movements, and ballistic movements. Exercises are divided into lower body, upper body, trunk, and core categories or tabs in terms of strength training, and then we also have jump, speed, and mobility and stretch tabs. In the future, we will be adding more exercises and more categories, such as conditioning and testing. Now let's have a more detailed look into each tab. The first tab, it includes an overview of the strength movements used. Tab number 2, it includes the categories used under the grinding movements, and the tab number 3 includes the ballistic movements and the categories or classes that I myself consider to belong here. If you're interested more into the categorization and classification of the exercises, I strongly recommend you check out my two-part video blog post on the complementarytraining.net website. Now let's have a look into our first strength lower body movement tab. Under the strength movements, you can find strength movement type under here, be it grinding or a ballistic type of movement. Second up, we have equipment used, such as barbell, dumbbell, landmine, and so on. Then we have the exercise name. All of the exercises start with the equipment used first and then the name of the exercise. Here you can find the YouTube link to the video of the exercise, movement patterns such as squat, hinge, accessory, Olympic. Then we have the movement, for example, bilateral squat, unilateral squat, split squat, lunge, step, and so on. Contraction type or focus, so dynamic or concentric, eccentric or isometric, and finally the body part, in this case lower body. Here on the right side I have included a commonly used abbreviation list, which are just the most common abbreviations used in strength training, so it's a little bit easier to navigate and understand the different acronyms used in this exercise library tool. And then on the far right side I have made a quick overview table which includes equipment list, limbs, movements, type, muscle shortening, and options that you can use. Very similar is done under the tabs for the upper body, with the exercise list ranging from grinding to ballistic movements, common abbreviations on the right, and a quick overview table on the far right. And then for the trunk and core exercises I have made a list of the exercises and the most common abbreviations. Let's head over to the jump tab. So jump tab, it's a little bit different, and it includes the type, for example jump, land, low reactiveness, high reactiveness, bound, hop, and continuous. And we have the exercise name, YouTube link, and the orientation going from vertical through horizontal to lateral. Under here in this tab I've tried to include all of the jump and land type of exercises that are most commonly used in strength and conditioning. Here on the right again we have the common abbreviations list, as well as a quick overview table of the jumping movements that includes different limbs, directions, pre-movements or movement, constraints, position, focus, repetition type, muscle shortening, number of contacts, hand position, jump, bound, hop, and differences, box height and hurdle height. And very simple or very similar overview table can be used, and classification can be used for the throwing movements as well. Next tab is the speed tab. Under here you can find different type of categories going from the warm-up through acceleration to maximal speed in terms of linear speed. Next up we have exercise name, YouTube link, and the orientation, be it linear or COD or change of direction. Very similarly as for linear speed is done for change of direction speed, going from warm-up to technical exercises to maximal change of direction. And the final tab, mobility and stretch tab, includes movement different types that can be like a movement type, mobility type, stretching type, or self-massage type, exercise name, YouTube link, and the body parts included, be it like a whole body, back, hip, and so on and so on. This is the current version of the ExLib. The current version of the ExLib includes over 550 lower body exercise videos, 290 upper body exercise videos, 135 trunk and core exercise videos, 240 jump videos, 100 speed videos, and 70 mobility and stretching videos. In total, you have over 1,350 exercises with different equipment, classification, body part, and movement, very neatly organized in an Excel table. Since creating the EngSubs library in its original version back in 2018, I have most definitely already saved myself many hours of writing training plans. I firmly believe that this product can also save you many hours from your training planning that you can use elsewhere.